Hey team, welcome to your weekly update. I have quite a few things actually to go over today, so I'm gonna stick to my reading a little bit, and I will actually copy to put it in writing as well underneath here on the video for your own review, because sometimes it's better for some to hear it and sometimes it's better for us to read it and have a reference to go back to. So it is pretty lengthy, not necessarily in time, but it is just very detail oriented, so please pay close attention here and go through the fine details. Again, listen to it, read it, make sure you really got it, because we've got some changes that are here. We'll start with one though that pretty much everyone already knows, but a really good reminder because we've had a couple incidents lately where this has happened. Any patient that sounds like it could be possible parvo or kennel cough or anything contagious, honestly, should not be dropped off. Not until doctor says kind of thing, it's okay, some tests have been ran and we know what's going on a little bit first before letting those clients leave, because most cases we just don't have a great space to keep those pets, so we need to keep them out in the car with their owner until we have run some tests and kind of has assessed and things like that, and we give permission to at that point leave, and we're keeping the patient, or they can go home with their pet owner. So again, that's the biggest thing. Just don't let them leave. Don't let them dropped off. For any coughing dogs, shouldn't be dropped off. We don't have anywhere to put them, especially if they're big. Sometimes we're going to put them in a cat ward, some bathroom. Like, it's just not great. So again, have them wait in the car. Let's run some tests and stuff. You should get permission from the doctor before deciding if they can leave or not. So again, can't just drop off. We got to do some assessments first and some testings. We have a new line item. We have had a serious increase in new client appointment no-shows. So very first time they ever make an appointment with us, they're not bothering to call us back to let us know that they're not coming anymore for whatever reason, even if we've confirmed their appointments and such. So we will have a new process where the individual on the phone, usually a CCS, will be making an appointment with them. They'll go ahead and collect a card that they can put on file with us and let them know about the no-show fee. You do not have to discuss this with our older clients that have been coming to us, or if you see that they've been to us a time or two already and have paid with whatever forms they have, you do not have to have that conversation with them about a no-show fee, because they're obviously a client, they're returning to us already, they're coming for their appointments, they're not just no-showing on us. This is strictly for new clients only, and you don't have to call it necessarily a new client no-show fee. Just let them know that we do have a no-show fee, and to make the appointment for the first time, we do have to collect a card on file for them to be able to make the appointment. You collect that appointment, the card on file, hold it for them, is $25 for the no-show fee if they should no-show. They should be made aware of this, and again, a card put on file for this exact reason. Put that in the notes that we can do this. If for some reason they do no-show, you have a line item to add. I actually forgot to put down this new code, so I apologize. I think it's C301, but it's called no-show new client no-show fee. It is an Avamark ready to use. This new line item will add a work list message to the customer care team, so that they may run that card on file for that particular client if they have that line item added. So if you're up front and you are finding that a client is not showing, we usually give 5-10 minutes, then we give them a call and ask if they are coming. If they don't answer or don't come, don't show, whichever, add the line item and put it on there. If for some reason they did show up and they're just a little bit late, you can always pull it off and then see them for the regular services and that kind of thing. Okay. But we can do that there. And again, it's $25. Work list message will be generated to run the card on file later at on a task list item for a CCS later. And that's how we will work that out. This does include for online booking as well. So Jordan is editing the description there, so they'll be made aware online. Plus, again, we are calling those to confirm them no matter what, same day. We're calling them to get more information, ensuring things are correct, and we can let them know about the adding the card on file at that time if the online booking tool can't provide that work for us. So that's something that's still in progress. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Hopefully we can, so we can just take that off of our list and it'll do it for us. But if not, again, we're making those phone calls anyway, so something we can do at that time. We do have some eye care changes. We have decided to change the initial eye care minimum to $300. So this is the initial time that they are having an eye care done with us. This is not an add-on, it's truly the initial one. And the reason for this is 30% of $300, that's basically the minimum amount deposit that they'll have to do, is at 30%, is $90. Ideally, our ideal client who fits our demographic and target market area, the ones we are marketing to, is someone who can pay ideally at least our exam fee, and they should be having that up front ready to come. Our CCS and nurses are having loads of issues with people who are coming and they don't have even the $90 to walk into a clinic and pay for an exam fee. We need to start, getting back to our tailored clients who we're looking for, okay? Because we're not a theoretical like emergency only, right, where we should have to deal with that all the time. So to get back on track to our ideal clients, this is another form that we can do this. So again, to walk into our practice and be seen, it's about $90 with, everything that it is for just the exam, hazardous waste disposal fee. So our ideal client should be able to pay that fee, okay? Even at night, even if nothing else. Generally, this is not a huge issue. Most eye care visits are, $600-$800 to $2,000, $3,000 sometimes. So obviously those are very appropriate and being done fine. And they're making those 30% and stuff like that, even if it's with help. That's definitely what eye care is supposed to be used for. We've just found more and more that we are having some clients coming in who maybe aren't our ideal client who we're looking for, and they maybe, should be looking elsewhere for care, or if maybe it's not even an emergency and then they're not paying at all. So long story short, $300, 30% of that is a minimum of $90. People who are coming to our practice should have this minimally to be able to come in and pay. Great if they need eye care, it has the support there, they have the $90 to help. It should help all around. So that's what that's for. And then something alongside with eye care, we'll no longer be able to use for resort services. Again, eye care is really supposed to be used for serious cases. You need help because you can't care for the pet. Some emergency happened and you just don't quite have the funds. Maybe you have the 30%, but not all of it. Again, some of these visits are $2,000. Not a lot of us could say, like right in the moment, we might not have $2,000 to just throw on something like that. So that's where that fits in, and it can be helpful to those clients who are trying to have the best care for their pet but just need a little bit of help. That's what that's there for. Not for resort services, not for boarding and grooming. Those things just aren't absolutely necessary, and there's other means of doing that. So add-ons, initials, all those things like that should not come from resort services. I don't feel like this is probably a huge problem, but it definitely is being used at times for these things. So firstly, I want to make sure that you all know we are no longer going to accept this. I would like to ask here on this video if there are any clients that you can possibly think of that repeatedly use eye care for resort services and you think this will cause any kind of issue. If you let me know, I'm happy to give those clients a call and explain this in advance. There's just unfortunately no way for me to run a report of any kind to find out if someone has used eye care for resort services. So please help me with that. If you have any idea, if you've done an eye care at all for anyone and can think of who they are, especially if they're repeaters, let me know. I'll give them a call in advance. That way we don't have any sticky situations up front and them finding out the first time that they can't do that. Okay, so that's for that. Also, with some security changes and such like that with our email converting over to Outlook, again, it's for protection. This is where viruses come in and such and are really causing a problem for our server and software and IT support. You're really not supposed to put, unsecured items into an email like that. So for eye care, especially, but other items like that where you might have to include a copy of someone's social, or if their social is even written, if it has a copy of their debit card, credit card, something like that, right? Those things, Outlook is not going to allow you to send it this way. So in the meantime, our workaround for now, until we find a better solution, if any, is to use LafayetteVetsTeam@gmail.com. This is the one Gmail account that is used for SOPs. It's used for lots of things. It is saved on every desktop. Use this one for now to submit all eye cares and paperwork like that, as you would have normally done on our regular email account. I apologize for having to have a workaround, but this is something that we weren't made aware of until just this week, and we're having to find workarounds for right now. So again, LafayetteVetsTeam@gmail.com is where you'll send anything like that that might have information that is going to be blocked from Outlook, such as, again, debit cards, credit cards, driver's license, social security numbers. Even if it's written on a paper, it's still going to block it. And we don't want to have anything missed there. So please send that through Lafayette Feds team. One more, guys, hang in there. Nope, I'm sorry. That's actually all I had. I thought I had one more thing here, but that was actually talking about the Outlook. I just got ahead of myself there. So, if there's any questions at all on any of these topics with the changes for iCare, for the new client no-show fee, resort services not being allowed to be used anymore for iCare. If you have any concerns or questions at all, happy to help and assist there. Again, contagious pets, please keep those pets in the cars outside until we can assess the rinse and testings and keep their parents here. Do not let them drop off. That's kind of the full recap. I will submit this again below in writing so you can see it for yourself as well and just make yourself really aware. This is a big update this week with a lot of information. So please take your time and review it well. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week.